Welcome to Casa Giunta. My name is Alessandra Giunta. I own the home with my husband and our 7-year-old daughter, and I am the innkeeper of this establishment. We bought the home in 2002, and it has been a labor of love, renovating, collecting, decorating, and now, finally, we get to be innkeeping. So, welcome to our home, welcome to our little piece of hidden paradise, literally, in Highlands, where we are very, very open to welcoming people into our home as if it is your home. This house was built in 1895. It was originally a boarding house. It was kosher. It was a kosher boarding house, which made it interesting when we cut open the walls and found a ton of liquor bottles and I guess things that were technically illegal. And it was run by 2 women, and upstairs was 17 bedrooms, very, very small bedrooms. And we are only the 3rd owners of the home. We bought it from the man who bought it from the original owners. So in 2002, we took it over, and took a very, very long time to renovate. And we now have 5 bedrooms upstairs. Each one has its own bathroom, and we live downstairs. And it's been a labor of love, but it makes me extremely proud. I'm very proud of the work that we've done and the change in the house, and I'm very proud to share it with everybody, really. When you come into the house and you're in this room, this is our dining room. This is a room for guests and for us. And it actually, I do encourage people to come in here and sit at the dining room table if they want to. If they want to take a wine glass and have a bottle of wine, that's fine too. If they want to play the piano, they can play the piano. If they want to hear me play the piano with some coaxing, I will play the piano or sing. And the guest rooms are upstairs. The guest rooms are very simply decorated, very beautifully decorated, and I like to keep it simple and clean and elegant. The first room is Stanza d'Oro, and that is we call it the gold room, although it's burgundy in color. But it has a Renaissance feel to me, and it just feels a little regal to me, so we call it the gold room. That one has a king-size bed, and it also has a sitting area with a couch and a TV, and there's a closet, a full standing mirror. The bathroom is spacious and has, of course, has a jacuzzi. And that room is a little darker. Well, I ask people actually if they like to sleep in or not, because if they do, then that would be the room to take. It's a little darker in nature. The second room is the Il Mare, the ocean room. I call it my commuter room because it's smaller. It has a queen-size bed, and that's the only bathroom that doesn't have a jacuzzi. That one has a stand-up shower. So it's ideal if you're alone, or you just need a place to stay for the night and not looking for anything fancy. It's still, nicely decorated, very simple, and that one, of course, has a television and ceiling fans and all of the amenities that people are looking for, but just very simple. That room is very simple. The Il Giardino is the garden room. That one is one of my favorites. It's a queen-size bed. It has, there is a little sitting area. There's a table and chairs. It also has a little balcony that overlooks the patio area. It is a bright room, but not too bright. And the bathroom has a jacuzzi as well, and it just has a light, airy feeling to that room. And we decorated it as a garden room, and that's the decoration in that room. The rooms on the 3rd floor are the 2 suites. The Victorian room it just feels turn of the century to me, the way that we decorated it. It has a large couch and a sitting area, and of course a big bathroom with a jacuzzi and TV and DVD player, all the modern stuff. And that one just has the sense of this is probably what the house was like. My favorite room is Badia, which is the Sicilian room. And Badia is actually a town in Sicily, very close to the town where we're from. And that's why I named it that. I thought it was a neat name. And it tickles me every time somebody calls and asks for the Badia room. Because Badia in Sicily is literally a town probably an eighth the size of Highlands. That room to me feels like Sicily when you walk in. There's no doubt that that is Sicily. We kept the wood floors in that room. We kept the wood floors wherever possible, but that room was possible. So that whole room is wood floors, the original wood floors that we redid. It's very light, very airy. It feels like Sicily. There's no other way to describe it. There are a lot of windows in that room. There's 10 dormers upstairs. So it was actually a challenge where to fit a bed with all these dormers coming down into the rooms. That bathroom is gigantic. It's a very big bathroom, and it is probably my favorite room. It's very light, so the people that don't like to sleep late, I usually tell them to take that room because there's no sleeping late in that room. But it is beautiful, and I decorated it with things from Sicily, with things that were ours from Sicily, and pictures of my grandparents' house from Sicily and in Sicily, and it really does feel like that in here, in that room. Highlands is the most underrated town I can think of. What isn't there to do in Highlands? There's the beach, there's the huge public beach with the ocean. There's this small, tiny beaches that nobody knows about that I always point my guests to because they're empty and they're beautiful and nobody's ever there. And those are parts of the bay, and there's the trails to walk. Aside from the literally 10, 20 restaurants and bars, one better than the next. It's just a beautiful little town. And when people are here, you really do feel like you're in a small, quaint town. You feel home. You feel like you're home. It's nothing is awkward. Everything is within walking distance. Highlands still has that genuine feel of being welcome somewhere, of being safe. People have asked me if can we walk around at night, is it safe? And I kind of laugh. I'm like, yeah, of course it is. There's no safer place. I can think of one. People have left comments in the guest books that are in our rooms about, well, my breakfast. And just the serenity, really, of being here, and of shockingly feeling so at home, so peaceful and so comfortable in a stranger's house. I worked hard to make it a place where I would want to stay. Benvenuti a Casa Giunta. Welcome to Casa Giunta.